The story of Saint Martha.
Subscribe to our channel to receive more content like this.
Have you ever had someone important show up at your home unexpectedly? Maybe a guest who means the world to you. You scramble to clean, cook, and make sure everything's just right. But in the rush, you forget to actually spend time with them. That's exactly what happened in the story of Saint Martha, a woman known for her strong faith, her deep love for Jesus, and her lesson in balance between doing and being. Let's take a closer look at her story. Martha lived in a small village called Bethany, just a couple of miles outside Jerusalem. She shared her home with her sister Mary and their brother Lazarus. The three siblings were close friends of Jesus. Now, this wasn't just a casual friendship. Jesus loved them deeply. He often visited their home to rest, to eat, and to enjoy their company. They were like family to him. One day, Jesus came to Bethany, and naturally, he went straight to Martha's house. Martha, being the responsible host she was, sprang into action. She was cooking, cleaning, serving food, making sure everything was perfect for her guest. Meanwhile, her sister Mary did something unexpected. She just sat down, right at Jesus' feet. She listened to him teach, soaking in every word. Now, imagine being Martha. Here she was, sweating it out in the kitchen, juggling trays of food, trying to keep everything running. And there was Mary, just sitting there, not lifting a finger. Eventually, Martha had enough. She marched over to Jesus and said, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her to help me." You can almost hear the frustration in her voice. But Jesus didn't scold Mary. Instead, he gently turned to Martha and said something surprising. "Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." That moment hit hard. Jesus wasn't criticizing Martha for working hard. He knew she was trying to be a good host, but he was reminding her and us that presence matters more than perfection. Sometimes we get so caught up in doing things for people that we forget to simply be with them. The next part of Martha's story comes during a time of heartbreak. Not long after that visit, her brother Lazarus got very sick. The sisters sent word to Jesus, begging him to come quickly and heal him. But Jesus didn't come right away. By the time he arrived in Bethany, Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. Martha ran out to meet Jesus as soon as she heard he was near. "Lord," she said, "if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died." But even in her grief, Martha still believed. She added, "But I know that even now, God will give you whatever you ask." Jesus looked at her and said, "Your brother will rise again." Martha nodded, thinking Jesus meant someday, at the end of time. But then Jesus said something extraordinary. "I am the resurrection and the life. Anyone who believes in me will live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die. Do you believe this?" And Martha, this same woman who was once so caught up in the kitchen, gave one of the most powerful declarations of faith in the Bible. She said, "Yes, Lord, I believe that you are the Messiah, the Son of God." That statement was bold. It showed that underneath all her busyness, Martha had a deep, unwavering faith. And then, Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead, right there, in front of everyone. Later, not long before Jesus was to be arrested and crucified, he returned to Bethany again. Another dinner was held in his honor. This time, Martha served once again. But now, there's a shift. She wasn't rushing or complaining. She was present, calm, and centered in her love for Jesus. Mary, once again, was at Jesus' feet, this time anointing them with expensive perfume and wiping them with her hair. A beautiful act of devotion. Together, the two sisters showed us something important. Martha served with her hands. Mary worshiped with her heart. Both honored Jesus in their own way. So, what can we take away from the story of Saint Martha? Martha reminds us that service is a beautiful thing, but it should never replace our connection with the people we serve or with God. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, in trying to keep everything together. But sometimes, the best thing we can do is to pause, sit down, and listen. She also teaches us that faith doesn't have to be loud or flashy. It can live quietly, beneath the surface, until the moment it's needed most. Like when she stood in front of Jesus and declared her belief, even in the middle of heartbreak. Martha was real. She got overwhelmed. She got frustrated, but she grew. She found balance. She became a woman of deep trust and steady service. And that's why, to this day, she's remembered as Saint Martha, a faithful friend of Jesus, a woman of action and belief, and a powerful example of what it means to love fully, in both word and deed,